Behind me is the church of St George's in the east, and here, adjacent to it, is the mortuary where Liz Stride, the third of the canonical, so-called canonical Jack the Ripper victims, was taken in the early hours of the morning of Sunday the 30th of September 1888. She had been murdered in what's called Burner Street or Henrique Street, a short distance over that in that way, and her, as I said, her throat was cut and she was taken here to be looked at by the doctors. On the 6th of October, Saturday the 6th of October, about a week later, her funeral cortege, a small funeral cortege, paid for at the expense of St George's in the East Parish and the local undertaker, took her body from here to the East London Cemetery, about 4 miles in this direction in Plaistow. So we're at East London Cemetery in Plaistow. Through those gates there is where Elizabeth Stride's funeral cortege was taken. So you come in from the main gate, walk straight ahead towards the chapels, and then you turn left. So when you come in East London Cemetery, you turn left at the chapels, up this wide sort of road, on this way to the location of Elizabeth Stride's grave. When you get to this T-junction at the end, you turn left, there's a lot more graves here than there were just only a few years ago. Elizabeth Stride's grave used to be fairly isolated here, but as you can see there's a lot more now. And the grave, when I first came here, was purely the stone. You can see it here. The grave was purely the stone, and gradually over the years a surround and different bits have been added to it, with some shale here. And I was speaking once when I was here to one of the groundsmen, and it's actually the groundsman from the cemetery who have been looking after and adding to the grave and making it. And I think other people interested in Elizabeth Stride's life have added bits as well over the years. It's the best marked of all the Ripper victims. So this is grave 15509. It was paid for by, there's a slightly conflicting report, whether it's by the undertaker Mr Hawkes or by the local parish St George's in the East. Very few people attended her funeral. It was a very quiet affair on the Saturday after her death, but it was overshadowed in the local press by the reports of the funeral, which was on the Monday, of Catherine Eddowes at the City of London Cemetery a few miles away in that direction, which was a much grander affair, perhaps because she was murdered in the City of London. But all the reports barely mention anything to do with Elizabeth Stride's funeral, in sharp contrast to that of Catherine Eddowes, the other victim of the double event. And over in this direction, over here, in this raised area, is where a number of the other Whitechapel murder victims, a number of the non-canonical Whitechapel murder victims were buried. They haven't got a marker or anything, but in future episodes I'll try and do an episode about those as well. You might have noticed that I'm wearing a radio mic, so hopefully the sound quality will be improved in this and future episodes. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and share, and Merry Christmas to all my viewers.